We got, wow, 950.
By the way, we got a special shout out.
Natasha?
Yeah, Natasha.
Hey, Tosh.
Hey, Tosh.
We got our very own Marjan watching right
Hell
now.
yeah.
Everybody
love you,
say hi to
Tosh.
her.
All right. Okay. Besos.
Besos.
Besitos.
Beso mucho.
Okay, this one is from Francis. All right. Any advice from TK and Carlitos to us? I love you guys. Greetings from Chile.
Oh, Fran Francis. Dude, we talk a lot. They're awesome. Sorry, I didn't hear the question. I was too busy yawn moving. Any advice from TK and Carlitos? I can't believe you got the Carlitos nickname. It's the best one. I love you guys. Greetings from Chile. Ooh, Chile.
Me gusta Chile.
Oh my God, advice? Oh, so much to say. So much to say. Oh, this is something I've been talking about a lot on Cameo, which you guys have helped me raise $1,500. That's insane. $1,500 in 1 week. So
1 week, baby.
Thank you very much.
1 week.
I've been talking a lot about surrounding yourself with people that care and love you, a lot. And I feel like friendship is a two-way street, and if you can have those kind of people around you in this like community, I think things will be really good, and especially in whatever career you guys choose or whatever, it's really good to have a support system. Like us as actors, we need a support system. Because it's a pretty scary world out there. So I would say that right now, that's sort of something I've been really thinking about a lot lately. It's like I'm so grateful for the people I have in my life. So hopefully, if you can find just a couple.
Yeah. I would say from Carlitos' experiences, don't be afraid to take risks, man. Don't be afraid to take risks.
That's what got us right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Don't be afraid to take risks. And allow yourself to not know what you're doing. I from Carlos's and Rafa's experience, I tend to kind of close off myself, thinking that I need to know something really well before I go out and do it, before I try it. But then I psych myself out, by thinking, I psych myself out before trying. And that is has been something that I've really been learning through Lone Star with this character, just being Raphael, taking the time to actually be okay with not knowing what you're doing and taking a chance and still not know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Allow the ambiguity. Allow the ambiguity to exist.
There's this beautiful quote. It's walking into the light blindly. It's like you don't know where you're going, but you know you're following some sort of light.
Yeah.
And good things happen. Good things happen. Yeah. Okay, I've held on to that one for a long time. 970. Look at that. This is good.
And we're saving this, by the way.
Yeah,
we're saving this.
Always.
I know some people can't believe it. All right.
Emmy Marie Bright, this is from you. Between action scenes or emotional scenes, which are your favorite to film? Ooh, I am biased towards emotional scenes. I like anything that gets my insides turning, and after it I'm exhausted and I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing, and I'm crying my eyes out, or I'm screaming my head off, or just something that really makes you feel, because we don't, our bodies, I always say this, our bodies don't know we're acting. So it's like, if you can find a scene like that, it's, oh my God, it's like a drug, it's like this acting drug of like, you just did this, you killed this amazing scene. And the action stuff is really fun, but that's very technical. And it's not so much about acting anymore. There's a lot of moving parts. But the
it's like a dance.
Scenes,
you find a rhythm to it.
But like our scene, like my favorite scene still, I think still maybe ever, is the police station scene. And it's that was two people talking, layers and layers and layers of emotion, so much subtext, so much depth. And I mean, you guys are obviously, attaching yourself to that scene for a reason. You felt the love and the pain in it, and those are my favorite scenes.
Yeah. My favorite type of scene, whether it's action or emotional, but I think we find it a lot emotional, is something that the character has to risk, something that they've been hiding, and it's is, you know, when the character needs to risk themselves in order to, you know, they reveal something about themselves.
Wait, I just want to say something. Okay, we're good. Ah, he hits those.
He needed his moment. He needed his moment with Harry over there.
Yes, we're playing Harry in the background. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
It's a good note.
You distracted me.
I threw you off. I'm
Jesus.
sorry.
Okay, all right.
It's a powerful song.
Here, okay, so something that the character has to risk, and something that Raphael has to risk himself, right? So that scene, the scene that we had at the police station, that was like that was a scene that I constantly had to work on, only because I really loved it. And I know that Carlos was also putting himself on the line for TK, even though he got rejected, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was still that compassionate side of Carlos, which you guys know.
Was that in our audition too? The police
Yeah,
station?
it was.
My God.
It was.
Our two best scenes were in the chemistry.
Yeah, the scenes that you guys
Easy.
really, yeah.
Yeah. So we've had those scenes in our brains for months. You
Yeah.
know, it's wow. Yeah, I forgot that the police station scene was in the chemistry.
Yeah, and there was something about that scene. There was this one moment in the scene when we were doing at the police station when I think we both kind of forgot the cameras were there, and we were just going back and forth until they yelled cut. And like that type of scene is just like
the moment. Okay, so this is a fun little story. The moment where Carlos wipes the blood off of TK's mouth in the chemistry read, the moment happened where he's wiping and I look over to him, and that just like, that wasn't on the page, that wasn't written, that wasn't asked of. It was just this like, oh my God, he cares for me. Not many people care for TK right now, you know? And that moment happened in the chemistry read with this, at the time, complete stranger. And then, and then we brought it onto the show in real life, and man, I remember doing that, and I'm like, holy shit, this is happening in an audition.
Yeah.
So the sparks were.
We talked about this. He and I talked about this. So after our chemistry read, I close the door. I leave. I close the door. I grab my bags and I run to the bathroom, close the stall, go to the corner and start bawling my eyes out because I was like, that didn't feel like an audition. That didn't feel like I worked. It was just a freaking conversation. Raphael, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But that was the thing, right? Like I wasn't nervous at all. I was calm. But afterwards I allowed everything to come on, and I thought I completely fucked up. I thought I completely was just like, because you got here. You know? Yeah. And that's the thing. The entire audition felt like a conversation rather than there was no labor, right? There was no labor. It was just us together.
There was no acting.
Yeah.
The best acting is not acting. I know that sounds weird, but when you're like sort of lost in it and it's just happened, things are just happening organically.
Yeah.
Like those are the performances that we stick to when we watch. You know, it looks like they don't even know the cameras are there. Like you said, it's that was that chemistry was special. As soon as he left, I looked over at the producers and I'm like, he's the guy. And they're like, yeah, he's the guy. It's done. It literally was like, all right, can we call his reps now? It was crazy. It was like instantaneous.
Yeah.
It was crazy. When you know, you know. You just know. I mean, come on.
All right. What do we got?
At James Rivera 17, what research did you do for your roles as firefighter or police officer?
For sure.
I'm gonna start. So I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah.
You want some water?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So like I said before, there was only a week in between when I flew out to LA, booked the job, and then started actually working. So I had to do a lot of my research as I was filming and doing the job, and I thank you.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm totally gonna plug something right now.
What is it? Oh. He'll show it to you guys. I did a lot of reading about Texas, a lot of history of Texas, Latin, Latinos in Texas, Mexicans in Texas, the history of Native Americans in Texas.
From the TCAs.
From the TCAs, baby. Oh, I forgot mine.
You left it there?
Fuck, I forgot it.
I like souvenirs.
Whatever, I do too. What did I work on? Okay, a lot of reading, a lot of watching. I didn't get the chance to go to Texas and do a what is that thing called when you drive with the police officer? Yes, that exactly that. So I didn't do that. I wasn't able to. Ride along. That's what it's called. Couldn't do it a ride along, right? Which is like first-hand experience. You watch, you listen. There are so many things that your imagination can only go to when it comes to those things. You really need to be exposed. But I did train with Chick Daniel. Chick Daniel, who's a retired police officer. He also trains Angela Bassett on 911 Mothership. Really? Yeah, I trained with him and went out shooting. We did many scenarios, which gave me a sense of how to think like a cop. Mm-hmm. I read the Austin manual, police department manual, which is it's like a freaking book. I read the entire thing just to get the language and just to get the weight where they're coming from with their mentality as a cop. I watched the entire series. They have a series of training for the Austin Police Department on YouTube. I watched a lot of cops, a lot of surrounding myself with visuals, a lot of sounds, a lot of reading. I got my ass to the gym. I figured I was like, if I'm gonna take never know. If I was gonna take people down, I need to be physically able to.
We can't do those, Russ.
But
you're looking a little scrawny there.
But whatchamacallit?
Girls, shh. I have two dogs.
You're beautiful.
You're
beautiful.
Very nosy.
You're beautiful. How did you prepare? Because you got a shitload of stuff. You got a lot of like.
Yeah, we trained with Firehouse 90 up in Van Nuys in California, and we spent the entire day with them. They took us out on a ride along. I went out on a live call.
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So we were in the fire trucks with everything going, flying through traffic, and then I was watching how they handle all these scenarios, and it's like they're super calm. There's protocol. They walk in, everything's calm. There's a lady like bleeding. She fell and cracked her forehead. This poor little lady, and everything was just like, ma'am. Do you know where you are? What's your date of birth? Do you have identification? Do you have insurance? Blah, 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 blah. Took care of her, patched her up. EMS came in, took over. We were out. Boom. 5 minutes.
That's it.
In and out. No one broke a sweat. No one was. It's just like they do this every day.
Yeah.
Right? And then we ate with them. They cooked us a huge lunch. There's always someone that stays behind and cooks while the other people are out. And it was just like, I think the biggest thing I took away from it is this like really, it's like a family, it's there's all these different roles in the firehouse, and I'm sure police are like that too, but with police you're mostly in the car, maybe with a partner or something, so,
yeah, you're out in the field all the time.
Yeah, so firemen get to stay more in the house, and police are more out in the world, so it's definitely different, but I think they share a lot of the same traits.